Hi everyone, welcome back. So in this episode, we are going to install the shower. We're going to get the shower base installed anyways. Drill the hole, put the supports around the outside, get it located in the right spot. And then we're going to put down the flooring. So I'm just using this LVT, luxury vinyl tile flooring. So it's waterproof. It comes with a little bit of an underlay underneath it. And it just snaps together. It's nice and easy to put together. So that'll be going down on the floor. So follow along. So first off, we're going to get this shower pan located in the right spot. So you can see roughly where I want it. A little bit of a problem is it's got this cross brace right here that goes underneath the floor. See that here? So that's a steel cross brace. I'm not going to cut through that obviously. So I can't go on this side of it because there's not enough room. So I've just got to go to this side just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I looked underneath and this cross brace starts right almost at the edge of this screw here, and then it goes this way. So that's good. It folds out of the way a bit. So I can go very tight to where that screw is, pretty close to that screw. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip, I've got some 3/4 inch plywood, and I'm going to use that for the sides in here. So I'll put that underneath here, all along the frame. And then what I'll do is pocket screw that down to the floor. Here's our base for our shower. So I'm just using the pocket screws to put it together on the ends. And then I'll use the pocket screws to screw it to the floor. It's just a pocket screw jig. I don't want to get into explaining it honestly, just read the instructions when you get one. I like using them because if you were to drill into this plywood, what happens when you drill in here with a screw, it'll just split. It splits easy. But with these pocket screws, since they're going in at an angle, it grabs a few different layers of the plywood, and it's more likely to keep it together, keep it solid. So I'm going to glue it. I got some Gorilla Glue here, Gorilla wood glue. Going to glue that, all the edges, and then I will test fit my pan in here. And then if everything checks out okay and it's all level all the way around, I'll mount the frame in the corner where I want it back there. And then once I have that in, I'm going to put a bead of PL Premium along the top here. And I'm going to put a bead under all of these ribs. See the ribs on the bottom of the thing? I'm going to put a bead of PL on all these because I've got a little bit of a bow with some of the plywood. And I want to make sure that each one of these makes contact on the plywood floor, the subfloor. So I'll put a bead on each one of those under there, and then I'll set it into that frame over there. Okay, we've got our frame all done here. Now the moment of truth, if this thing fits. Perfect. So that provides some good support for it. Okay, so now with the frame attached, I'm going to drill out my hole for my drain. Now I didn't want to put my drain over there because it'd be on the outside of the frame coming in. So I thought over here's a good spot. It's got a nice slope. It's built into the pan, which is nice. So I'm going to just try and get this hole as close to this center or this cross brace as I can. So I think I'm going to have to notch out some of that foam over there. So I'm going to notch out some of that foam, and then after I'll use a little bit of spray foam to fill it back in after. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut that out, get it as close as possible, then drill that. Okay, I got the curb done. Curb's all in there. Now I'm going to drill my drain. What I want to do is I'm just going to pilot drill it, and then I'm going to use the 2-inch. It's the exact same size as the drain for the pan, and then I'll silicone it up and put a bead of silicone in there, tighten the nut on it, put that in there, and then the floor I'm going to drill bigger. I'm going to drill size bigger, so it'll go in there, it won't be too tight. So it's all installed. I've got the little drain in here. It came with this little basket. That'll work good. Keep hair and stuff from going down there. So that's it. It's all siliconed in. PL'd the bottom, the ribs, just to make it solid. That thing's not coming out now. That'll have to come out with a subfloor if I need to remove it. So hopefully I don't. But that's it. So now tomorrow I'll start on the flooring. Get the flooring done. So like I mentioned yesterday, this is the flooring that I'm using. It's just a snap together LVT. It's got a foam on the bottom for insulation, and I'm gonna just lay it in here. So just a few things to keep in mind. Again, I'm no expert, but just from what I've learned. First of all, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just belt sand the joins in the plywood, just to take out, sometimes there's like a little edge where the water sat on it, so I'm going to take that off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on this wall over here. And they say to just find your longest, straightest wall. That's kind of where you want to start. But I wanted to start on this side for a couple other reasons too. First of all, I wanted my full pieces, like the big solid pieces, to be where you're going to see them. So on this side, it's got cabinets all the way along and the bench. So it's all going to be underneath there. It won't really matter if it's not a big full piece. But here, especially when you get into the door, you wouldn't want to start on this side, come all the way to the end, and then just have this little thin strip there where it might pop off as people are stepping on it. So full pieces here along the wall. And this is pretty easy flooring to put down. Basically, you just need a hammer to knock it together, and on the end I've got a bar which has got a cleat on it, and it allows you to pull it back, the last piece that you install. I did remember one other thing. They say to leave the flooring for quite a few hours to climatize to the area where you're going to install it. So right now this has been over 48 hours in the trailer here. So it all should be to the same humidity, to the same temperature, so it won't expand at different rates. So to cut these out, to get the right contour here, I just take a little scrap piece of whatever you got kicking around, and then I just put it in there, put my pencil to the edge of it, and then I'll just follow the pencil, follow the contour there, and just mark it into the board. And then once I get this one all nice and tight, then I'll start with the next pieces. And after I've got it all marked out, you can see I got the mark on there now. I like to cut it out with just a multi-tool. They're pretty good. Like they can't cut you. Well, I guess it could cut you if you really wanted it to. But it's just perfect for cutting this out, and it doesn't mark everything up like the jigsaw would. There we go. Easy peasy. Here's our finished floor. So what I was thinking I'd just do is get like a stair molding and put it over top of here, like an edge. What do they call those? Edge moldings. Anyways, something steel that I can kind of just attach here and then just caulk that edge. But it's all down. But you can see how there's just like right here's the last piece of flooring. So if there was just that little tiny piece on that side where I started, well then it'd probably pop off by the door. It would be just tough to do. So it's good to start on whichever side that you want as a nice full piece. Start there and work your way to the wall. So that's it. I'm just laying it out for the next section, but there, the floor is done. It's good. So on to the next project.